The Gernsback, and a little recap here on the weapons. I wanted to add a sling to it, and for the sling hooks, for the sling to fit on, I used hookup wire, and where is that at? Just a lot of wire that I have extra. And it's coated, so it takes paint well, it takes glue well, so and it's easy to bend. So I made some little hooks. I want to do a rifle on the back of, basically going to be something like that. And I needed some hooks on the back rifle, so I added the basically like a D-ring for the hookup wire, super glued them on, added a little bit of a styrene detail just to hide where the connecting joints go, and it just gives a little a little extra detail. And then I'll add, once I get him painted, I want to add some styrene strip for the sling itself. You can use any material. I just like the styrene. I think it holds its shape a little bit more, and once you get it glued down, it'll be there permanently. But anyway, the sling here, use styrene strip, and then the little most slings, they got like a little I want to say a hook that goes around the hold the excess. I just used Tamiya tape, just trimmed it down, and wrapped it around and made a little detail out of that. I like to use tape for detail. It's just it's thinner than styrene. It's just easier, and we have lots of it. So anyway, did that on the sling. So we're ready for some paint. I painted some of it, and for weapons, I like to use NATO black or a black in general, but I like NATO black. It gives it a little more. Just a nicer color. And then what I'll do is I'll spray just a hint of metallic on there, and then go in with some dry brushing and do some get the edges and everything, just to get a metallic look on it, and get some wear and tear on the weapons. So anyway, we're just adding a little detail here and there on the Gernsback. The Gernsback itself, I went in with a little more pale gray, and just shot a few areas, trying to get the highlights around the helmet, and just the high points, just going basically shooting dead center and working my way out, but trying to keep the a little bit of shading shown through, a little worn paint, because we don't want him factory fresh new. We want him a little more worn out and a little weathered. But anyway, he's taking shape. So what I'm going to do next is I took the armor off. I'm going to paint this red just to give him just a tad bit of color, and then I'm going to go in, and my next step is I'm going to do some washes, and then we're going to go in and do a little bit of pigments, because we want to dirty him up for his feet and a few little areas, because I want to put him on a base. And most bases that you see, for example, are like pedestal bases, where they have a base, two bases basically hooked together. I want to do a single one. I don't really see these often, and I cut one out of pine here, and I'm going to do it this way, and it's a little bit bigger, so it'll be a little more sturdier, and I can add a little more detail on the base itself. But anyway, I want to do something like that, and I want to make the base single piece like that after I stain it and all that. But anyway, I'm going to go that route with Mr. Gernsback. So anyway, that is where I am on him. So we're doing some, going to get ready to do some washes, do a little pigment, and then we're going to go in and we're going to do some little chipping around the edges and everything, and we'll just go through that stage together. I've been I don't know if I want to build this one yet. I ain't decided. This is the GBN guard frame, which I need to do a shed update. I've neglected to do one. I got a bunch of stuff, but it's just been cold and rainy here. But anyway, the GBN guard frame, and I had to go look him up. I've never seen the show, but anyway, he's like a generic Gundam frame, basically. And the reason I picked him up, because he reminded me, he reminded me of the Mospeada Cyclone. I mean, to me, it just looks, it's just almost a modern, updated version of it, especially the helmet and everything. And I got some tires and everything we could put on the back. Anyway, I'm thinking out loud here. I thought about making a Cyclone out of him, just an updated a little more modern version of it. Just to me, it just screams Cyclone. But anyway, of course you get two different heads on there. It's just one of those kits that I think, and I like the generic basic frames, because then you can just add whatever you want to it. But anyway, I may or may not, I haven't decided, just thinking out loud here, because we like to build models while we're building models. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We're thinking about building the GBN there, but the Gernsback, he's getting paint and taking shape, and we are working on the slings for his weapons. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.